Day 4. So day 4 is going to be quite similar to what we did yesterday with day 3, but instead of doing that mobility with breathing, we're actually going to start to hold the stretch a little bit longer, so that when we move on to day 5, 6 and 7, it's more of a full body routine, pushing it a little bit more, so we're building it up gradually over time. Like we did yesterday, we're going to start with a couple of reps of diaphragm breathing, just tuning into that diaphragm and seeing how we're feeling. So again, always resetting those shoulders back as we breathe in. We're going to push the tummy out, and as we breathe out, pulling everything in tight through the tummy, holding that for a second, and then again breathing in, pushing out, and as we breathe out, relaxing down into that area. The second thing we're going to do today is we're going to do a slight variety on the diaphragm inhibition that we did yesterday. So we're going to separate the sides, just because some people might find that a little bit easier. So the hands are going to be like so. So you're going to have one hand coming over the top part and one hand coming up underneath the bottom part of the rib. So you're kind of scooping up underneath at the same time. As we're breathing in, we're not doing anything, and as we're breathing out, we're going to tip the body forward over the hands, and we're going to hold that there, and then we're going to breathe in. Gently just take the pressure off a little bit as we're breathing in, as we breathe out. Just holding for a little bit longer. Obviously you wouldn't be talking as you're doing this, I wouldn't recommend talking as you're doing it, but you're basically holding it for about 5 seconds. And then relaxing there. Same on the other side. So again, it's like that hook underneath. So one on the top rib, one on the bottom part of the rib cage, around the front. As we breathe in, we're not pushing in. As we breathe out, we're curling the hands underneath. You'll probably find this side might be a little bit harder to do this. You know, we've got lots of organs nearby, gallbladder, liver. It can be quite hard to kind of get up underneath the ribs, so don't feel like you have to force it. Big deep breath in. Taking the fingers off slightly, and as you breathe out, leaning forward and pushing in a little bit more. The idea of this is it's just very subtle, so you want to almost think just like half of your fingertip coming up underneath, so you're not trying to force it in or go too deep, because obviously we'll be looking at it a little bit later. It's just to start to relax around the front of the ribs to get all of that moving. Next, we want to add in that breathing, but with more stretching today. So we're going to clasp the hands behind the back like so. So we want to stretch up through the chest and through the upper ribs. So as we breathe in, just holding it there, and when we breathe out, pulling the arms back a little bit more. So if I demonstrate from the side, so breathing in, doing nothing, and breathing out, pulling it back. And the reason why we want to do it when we breathe out is as we're breathing out, the body's a lot more relaxed. So we want to start off just by stretching up through the top part of the chest here to help with the rib movement. Next, we want to start stretching down the side of the body. So we're going to clasp the hands up above the head as we breathe in, doing nothing, and as we breathe out, bringing that stretch over. So it's looking at what we did yesterday, but instead of coming out straight away with that mobility, we want to hold it for a little bit longer. Same as when we did it on the first couple of days, you know, we want to be able to go on a deeper stretch each day. So as we're on day 4, you want to be able to stretch it a little bit more. So when we get to this point, we're going to breathe in again. And then as we breathe out, just see we can just push it a little bit further. And you want to aim to hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds. Same as in the first couple of days, you do want to breathe to come out of the stretch as well. So breathing in as we breathe out, gently coming back, because if you've had quite chronic tightness, quite a lot of soreness into the ribs, it's going to be quite hard even on day 4 as we're stretching through. So we all want to do it with a side of caution as you're moving. So same on the other side, we're going to breathe in, and then as we breathe out, pulling it over. So you're almost guiding the arm over as well as pushing the body over to stretch down all down the side of the body. So holding that there, and then we're going to breathe in again, and then as we breathe out, pulling it over a little bit more, so holding that stretch there. Good, and then as we come out, breathing in and out, gently relaxing there, and then finally we're going to stretch up through the scalene, so allowing those shoulders to relax. So we're going to gently let the ear, so if we're stretching this side, let the ear drop over. We're going to turn to the side that we're stretching, and then gently looking up, and then as we breathe in, Just staying there, and as you breathe out, you're dropping this shoulder down on the side that you're stretching. And again, you will really feel that pull into those scalenes. If that's too much, just reduce the range. You don't have to go so far. We want to feel the stretch, but we also want it to be within a comfortable range. And then again, breathing as you come out of that. Same on the other side. We're going to drop ear to the opposite shoulder. So we're stretching this side, turning towards the side, and then gently looking up. And then as you breathe in, doing nothing. As you breathe out, letting that shoulder drop down, allowing that to relax there, holding that position. Again, 10 to 15 seconds, it's quite an intense stretch, so you don't have to go crazy, but really important to relax those accessory muscles of breathing through those scalenes, and then breathing in and then out to relax back to the beginning.